Hello and welcome to The Inquisitive Crafter. I'm Katrina Stewart from Crafty Jacks, and today I'm continuing our breed series, and we are going in a slightly different direction in that we're not talking about another sheep breed, but instead a goat breed, specifically Mohair or Angora goats. Now this breed goes by both names, and that name reflects the place that it originated from, which is now Turkey. I'm not even going to attempt the Arabic word because I do not want to massacre it. But that is the region that that these breeds originated in. And the Arabic word for mohair loosely translates into meaning cloth from the hair of goats. These are very special goats, and so I thought I'd give you a little bit more information about mohair. Now, this breed has been, its origins date back to that specific area, which is now Turkey. And it can be traced back to about 1500 BCE. They are not a very hardy breed, so most of the breeds that are within North America, or most of the herds that are within North America, are sort of down in the southern states, so down towards Texas, that sort of area, because they need a little bit more warmth in order to be a fairly easy care breed. They will survive in climates like what we have in the lower mainland here of BC. I do know of a few people that have mohair goats, but they require a lot more care and attention if they are not in a warmer climate. So that is something to consider if you are thinking about having these goats. Now, they are ridiculously cute. They look like they've just come from the salon and have perms because of the way that their locks grow. So you can see that they grow sort of in sort of a curly formation. And if you can imagine a little tiny goat just absolutely covered in curls, you can imagine just how incredibly cute that is. Now, adult Angora goats have an incredible rate of growth for their hair. They can usually grow about 3/4 of an inch. So that's 2 centimeters in a month. And so typically these animals are shorn twice a year just because that is so much fiber to be producing, and shearing them also helps take some of that weight off. They will also produce up to 25% of their body weight in fiber a year. So hence the reason that they are shorn twice a year. So classification for mohair actually falls into 3 categories, and based on those category names, you would think that it refers to the age of the goats, but it doesn't. It actually just refers to the fineness of the fiber. So you have kid mohair, which is the finest fiber, and it has a micron count of between 20 and 30. And that is as fine as merino. It's a very, very fine fiber, and it's lovely to work with. Next up, you have yearling, which is sort of falls into the medium coarseness category of most wools. So it has a micron range of between 30 to 34. Whereas the adult mohair that you will see is the heaviest, corresponding more closely with like an English long wool, and it ranges in micron count from about 32 to up to about 39. So it can be quite coarse. Most of the kid mohair is what you will see for garments that are next to the skin, whereas most of the adult mohair would be used for rugs or hard-wearing outerwear bags, that sort of thing. They have a staple length that varies quite drastically. So young goats will have a staple length of about 3 inches, whereas adults will have between a 4 to 6 inch range. Mohair is known for being really lustrous and very drapey, and it adds an incredible amount of warmth to a garment. So I have woven a fair number of blankets with our mohair mist, which is a mohair wool blend, mainly comprised of mohair. And one of the things that I love about mohair blankets is that they will be incredibly warm without being incredibly heavy. So if you have someone who is really sensitive to weight on them, this is one place where they can get a lot of warmth without having a lot of additional weight. Some of the other things that I love to do with mohair is make our little beards on our gnomes, just needle felting a little bit of it so it felts beautifully. Although that's not always a fun thing if it's felting when you're working with it. but it is also a really durable fiber, and it is one of the reasons that I chose it for our new heartfelt sock base, because mohair is known sort of as nature's nylon, and so it is really strong, durable fiber while also being incredibly lovely to work with and adding a lot of warmth. So that is a bit of an overview about mohair or Angora goats. Like I said, they go by both names, so there you have it. If you have any questions that you would like me to answer in a future video, please send them to ask@craftyjacks.ca. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you have enjoyed this video, and we'll see you next time. Bye for now.